Notice in today's gospel reading how the disciples found or came across someone who was casting out demons in the name of our Lord, and they tried to stop him because he was not part of their group. He was not a follower of Jesus, not a real disciple of Jesus, even though he believed in Jesus. And notice our Lord's response: do not stop him, for no one who does a deed of power in my name will be able soon afterward to speak evil of me. Whoever is not against us is for us. And it's a good reminder to us that when it comes to casting out evil spirits, it's in the power of Jesus. That is the most effective, the most efficient way. It is true that in many cultures and many religions, they have ways or methods of trying to cast out demons. But in every culture or every religion, including many non-Catholic Christian churches like Protestant churches, they all acknowledge that the Catholic Church, the exorcists of the Catholic Church, are the experts when it comes to exorcism. So when they have a difficult case that they cannot seem to be able to handle on their own, they will have recourse to the Catholic Church. Think also of the fact that whenever they make all these exorcist movies, almost always it's a Catholic priest who's the exorcist in these movies. Now, I'm not saying these movies are good, but this is just the reality. And it's a reminder to us that it's only Jesus who could cast out or overcome the evil spirits, because he is God, and by means of his passion and death, he conquers the power of death, he conquers the power of Satan, and he conquers the power of sin. So through his passion, death, and resurrection, he conquers all these things. So by being united to Jesus, by praying in his name, casting out demons in his name, we can grow in our relationship with God, and we can grow in wisdom, which brings me to today's first reading from the book of Sirach. Notice how it praises wisdom as something that is so beneficial to an individual who pursues wisdom. So wisdom teaches her children and gives help to those who seek her. Whoever loves her loves life. Now, many of us, we love life, but when you have true wisdom, you love life even more. You appreciate your life even more. And those who seek her from early morning are filled with joy. Do you want to be joyful? Seek wisdom early in the morning. Now, we might ask the question, well, how do we seek wisdom? How do we seek wisdom early in the morning? What does that mean? So it means be wise from the very first moment that you wake up. In other words, get out of bed right away. That's why your alarm goes off, not so that you will hit the snooze button. A wise person will follow the schedule, follow the routine. And what's the first thing that we should do? We should pray to God. We should give thanks to God that we are still alive. We should ask him to help us through the day that is before us. So it goes on to talk about how those who pursue wisdom will be blessed. They will judge nations. In other words, they will be so wise, they will be able to judge even nations, and they will live secure. And it just goes on and on. It's like very beautiful. It's like we all want to be wise. We don't want to be foolish. But notice near the end of today's first reading, there is this warning. For at first, she, wisdom, will walk with them on tortuous paths. She will bring fear and dread upon them and will torment them by her discipline until they remain faithful in their heart, and she will test them with her ordinances. Now, if you remember yesterday, we heard that those who set out to follow the Lord will experience trials and catastrophes and humiliations. And this is basically what this is alluding to. So when we choose to follow the Lord, when we choose to be truly wise, we're going to have some challenges that we're going to have to face. We're going to have to make sacrifices in our lives. We may have to overcome certain obstacles. We may be opposed as Christians. So we need to persevere. We need to trust in God and seek the true wisdom that he wants to give us. Live our lives in a very wise way, in a very prudent way. So when we do this, yes, we will be blessed. in so many different ways. We will still experience trials and tribulations to a certain extent, but God will give us the grace to be able to handle them, to be able to work through them without losing our cool, without getting angry, without losing hope in God. So let us seek and strive for true wisdom. Just a reminder that we will have our next question and answer session this coming Saturday after the evening Mass. So if you have any questions, you can submit them into the box, place them into the box at the center of our aisle way over here, and we will try to answer them to the best of our abilities on Saturday.